Yo, what's up? So let's talk about sales. I think this is an interesting topic because it's something that comes up regularly that people have this negative connotation about, right? People get this negative vibe. They feel like it's something they don't want to do. It feel like it's something they're unable to do. People frequently think, well, sales means pressure, right? Sales means pressure. Sales means like you have to sell. You have to get someone to buy something. You have to get someone to sign up for something. Look, at the end of the day, you got to remember what you're really doing, and you've got to approach it from the right perspective. I got a buddy, I've talked about him multiple times, incredible real estate agent. He's flipped houses. He's flipped houses for himself. He's sold houses through the agency. He's done lots of things for many years, but he always told me that you're not selling a house, you're selling the client. Like, you have to know what the client wants and you have to pitch them. It's like, you're not pitching the house. The house doesn't matter. He's right, because the house is only a byproduct of the relationship that you're developing. So you're getting to know this person and you're saying, what is it you want or need? Ultimately, if you approach it from the right perspective, sales isn't bad, because people need to buy things. People need to have things. The country was going through a recession Reagan, one of the greatest things that Reagan ever said and did was, he said, let's stop saving our money, because people panic when the economy's in a rough spot, right? People panic. They're like, well, what if we run out of money? What if we lose our job? What do we got to do? Ultimately, we just got to hoard all of our money. Well, no, what he said was, and it was a simple, non-political approach. He said it's just simple A's and B's and C's, right? It's like, we have money, some. If we spend it, then we won't have that money, but we'll spend it. We'll have things that we need, and that money will go to create a job for someone who otherwise may not have a job. Well, then they'll have that money, and then they can spend their money, and then you can have a job. It's a cycle. I mean, obviously, it normally takes more than just two people, obviously. But you get the idea. Ultimately, if we're spending money, it's economic stimulation, right? It stimulates our economy in a way that creates more jobs and more opportunities for more people, and it keeps that cash flowing. Cash is just a tool. That's what it is. It's a tool. It's a tool utilized to get the products we need and to keep our society running smoothly, right? So ultimately, sales, I understand, if you're, I don't know, selling something you don't believe in, yeah, don't sell something you don't believe in. But being in sales isn't bad, because what you're doing is developing relationship, right? Now, I got another buddy. It's actually my pastor's brother. He's just an incredible guy, and he looks at real estate in such an amazing way. Because each time he's discussed it with me, he's like, it's just this beautiful thing that you buy for your family. To buy a house for your family, right? To buy a house for your family and know that, hey, I have this. If everything else doesn't, I have this. And houses, they continue to go up, right? They go up. Houses go up, property goes up. There are those times where property goes down and real estate fluctuates, and there are bad times in the market. But see, real estate's one of the areas of sales that some people really are like, that's not for me. But a lot of people don't like just sales in general. Being a car dealer or being in retail, things like that. Anything commission-based, people get a little, I don't know. Which I understand the approach from commission-based, because approaching it from commission-based, that means your performance and your ability to sell affects your paycheck. But the reality is your ability to do your job, shouldn't it affect your paycheck? Shouldn't you make more if you're better at what you do? Now, that doesn't mean you need to sell whatever it is you're selling like it's something bad, like you've got to get rid of it. No, you've got to develop a relationship. If you're in retail and be personable. Don't pressure people. Don't get all over them. Don't be constantly, like you've seen those people. You've walked into a clothing department and somebody was just like all on your case, trying to make you buy something because they wanted that commission. But you've also seen those people where you walked in and they were just chill. They're like, hey, I'm here for you. You know what? That looks good. You know what? I'm not sure. That might be a little, you're a little tall for this, or you're a little short for this. Hey, you know what? Let me show you something else that I think might just fit you better, or something. They're personable, helpful. Ultimately, you need clothes, right? Ultimately, you need a house. Ultimately, you want things. You need a car. You need a car. I have another buddy, Roger. Roger's a great guy. He owned a auto shop and he started selling cars. He got his dealer license and he started selling cars because he thought it was just an easy transition, because he's like, I fix cars, I could sell cars. And he honestly liked selling cars better than fixing cars, because fixing cars was just so much, there was so much overhead. The equipment, all the, everything. There's a lot of money that goes into it. People don't even realize, if you're not in that arena, how much it actually costs to be able to have everything that you need on hand and be able to have those vendors and stuff to be able to repair cars. But he explained to me multiple times how having that auto shop helped him be a better dealer, because he could sell cars and give them warranties and stuff and say, hey, for the next 12 months, you only pay for parts. I've serviced this car myself. I know that it's a reliable vehicle and I will fix it. If anything breaks down, you just pay for the part only. If a part wears out, the part's on you, but the maintenance was on him. Like, he absorbed the labor costs because he sold a reliable vehicle. Now, you don't have to be a used car salesman in the typical, stereotype of the dirty, skeevy, used car salesman who, is shady and constantly trying to pull one over on you. You could be like Roger. You could be a good car salesman who's like, you know what? I know this vehicle. I trust this vehicle. This vehicle has been, maybe I'm not a mechanic, but my guys are mechanics. I have a guy who works for me, and this guy made sure and checked that out. And I trust him, otherwise I wouldn't have him working for me. See, this is where it comes down to just having some ethics and caring about what you do. When I get on, it's like, people say they don't like sales. But what people don't realize is we're all salesmen. We are. We're all selling something. When I get on here, I'm selling myself. When I get on here, I'm selling my beliefs. I'm selling my beliefs in my family, my beliefs in my business. I'm selling my beliefs in the economy. I'm selling my beliefs in God. I'm selling my beliefs. I'm selling every time I get on here. So every one of you that has an Instagram, every one of you that has, let me rephrase, every one of you who's actively posting on Instagram, you're selling something. Everyone who's actively posting anywhere on social media, you're selling something, even if it's just an idea. So the mass majority of us are salesmen. We already are. It's just a matter of how much you believe in what you're selling. Are you willing to put your money where your mouth is? Are you willing to take that step and say, hey, this is where I'm putting all my time and attention. This is what I believe in. I should get paid for it. Are you willing to do that? Do you believe in a product enough that you can get paid for it? Do you believe in an idea enough that you can get paid for it? Do you believe in a concept, a trend, a product, anything? Do you believe in anything enough that you should get paid to sell it? Anybody could be a salesman, because all of us are being salesmen on a regular basis. It's just a matter of how much we care and how genuine we are when we do it. I hope this gives you a little insight just because I want to help. I do. I want to help you to realize your potential and to realize that, when it comes to sales, it's nothing to be feared. Now, I get it. Like I said, I understand if you don't want to work commission-based, and I understand if you don't want to be in that situation where you're being paid to sell. You'd rather use your hands, use your skills, and just get paid for that, and then get on social media and sell for fun, just because it's a passion or joy of yours. I get it. It's not for everyone, but it can be for anyone. It's your boy. I got love for y'all. Like, subscribe, ding your bell. Y'all stay tuned.